Good afternoon all. Am I audible and the screen is visible or not? Just confirm in a chat box. So in last lecture we have seen what? In last lecture we have completed the matrix topic chapter, right? Now today we are going to start with the new unit, that is unit 5, multiple integration. So in basic mathematics lecture already you learn how to do the integration, right? Simple integration, single integration. Now we are going to see the multiple integration. So the name itself specify, right? Either it will be for a two variable or a three. So according to that, either a double integration or a triple integration, right? So first we'll start with the some concept of that one. So integration of function of two or more variables, right, is normally called as a what? Multiple. So the name itself tells you the multiple, right? More than one variable is supposed to be there, either one or two. Now, the particular case of integration of function of two variable is called a double integration, and if there are three variables then it's called a triple integration. Okay, right now we are going for only what? A double integration, that is for two variables. So that we will see. Now sometimes we have to change the variable also to simplify the integrated while evaluating the multiple integrate, right? So you can change what? A variable also. So that we'll see in the example. So at that time it will be clear to you, right? Now the next is what? Variable can be changed by substitution or by changing the coordinate. Variable can be changed by substitution or by changing the coordinates, right? So how? It can be a polar, spherical or cylindrical coordinate. Now the other is what? Multiple integration are used. So we can say there are the what? Application of multiple integration. That means what? To evaluating a plane area. That means if you want to find out any area or a mass of the lamina or the mass and volume of the solid region. So the main thing is what? If you find out the volume, right? So that we are going to, that I'll explain in a, okay, no need to go for that much theory which is given in a book in the starting one, right? But for the concept, we'll briefly go for that concept. So this is about what? A multiple integration. That means more than one variables are there. If two, then it is double. If three variable, then it's a triple, right? Nothing else. Now, the next thing is what? Double integral over rectangles and general region. So first, that means what? One function is that fxy. Just a minute, I'll submit all. Fine. Double integral of a function fxy over a region R can be evaluated by two successive integrations. So that is what? Suppose if you want to find out a double integration of any region, that means what? There is a, or we can say before going for the method, we'll see simply how it will be or what is the use of this integration, right? And for the double integration. So suppose that fxy is a function in 3D space, okay? In 3D space. Now what we are going to do? Suppose this is x, y and z. Now this fxy is in xy plane. Suppose this is some region, right? R. Suppose R is a region, okay, in xy plane. Now if you want to find out a volume of that, so normally what we are going to do in this one, it is given by double integration of region R of fxy equal to, sorry, that is dx dy equal to limit n tends to infinity summation I equal to 1 to n fx I y I dx I dy I. So just what is the meaning of this thing? What we are going to do? This R is going to divide in small region, say R1 to n. Now obviously it will be having some point that, sorry, that is what? xi, yi. You are going to draw a line in z axis. So that is called a, just a minute, that is called what? A fx, oh, shit. Just a minute, I'll share again. Share. I'll share again. I think something. Just wait for a minute. I'll share the screen. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. So that is the main use of what? Multiple integration. So we'll give what? We'll take a one point to the z axis and now the screen is visible. Just a minute. Right. So where we are this, right? X, Y, and Z. So the integration of R, okay, integration of region R of fxy, right? That dx dy. That when be given by what? We are going to do the summation of all the region. That means what? Suppose one region is there, R, it will be divided into, suppose, R1 to Rn. This region will divide into R1 to Rn. So what we are going to do here, there are so many regions are there. We'll take a point into Z. So this is my fxiyi. And it will give you the one point Zi. Fine. So whatever the point will be there, that is what? Xi, yi and zi. So I'll do what? We'll do the summation of here I equal to 1 to infinity fxi by I dxi d by I. So this is what it will give you. This function is give you the volume. So normally the use of multiple integration is what? Some area is there, some bounded area is there and we need to find out the volume of that. So the thing is what? It will be divided into small region. Take a point into what? Parallel to that. So you'll be having a that what? You apply the limit concept and you will be having some point, right? Zi. Now all this procedure will be same or it should be repeated for all region. So we are doing what? Summation of this one. So summation of all region will give you what? A volume. So that is the main concept of what? Multiple integration. This is just for the understanding of that one, why we are going. Just it will be given in the starting of the book, right? So that is the meaning of this equation. Okay. So now how to find out this double integration, right? So there are two methods are there. First one, it is for what? Rectangle and general region. Either if you want to find out for rectangle or general region, there are two methods are there. Okay, to find out what? Integration, double integration. So first we'll go for the first method. That means what? Let the region R, that is PQRS, and it will be bounded by two curves. Which two curves? That means y equal to y1x and y equal to y2x. And the two lines are there. That is what? X equal to A and x equal to B. So these 4 points are given and curves and lines we can say, which will be used for what? Some bounded region. So first we'll try to draw that bounded region. Suppose there will be a x-axis, right? And here it will be a y-axis. Now y equal to y1x and y equal to y2x. So there are some curves are there. So these curves are what? Y equal to, just a minute, y equal to y1x and y equal to y2 of x. These are the two curves. Fine. Now another is what? X equal to A and x equal to B. So on x axis, right? Suppose here it's A and here it will be a B. So what will do? X equal to A. So that should be a what? A one straight line. Okay, x equal to A. This line is x equal to A. And this line is x equal to B. So we can say this is my bounded region using this four, right? Two curves and two lines. Now you can see that if you want to integrate that, so what we can say, this is my region, fine. This is my region. So now two method, this is the same procedure for all the when. Now the method is start from here only, which when the first method. PQRS is a bounded area. So let's say this is my P, this is Q, this is R, and this is S. Okay. Now, in the region PQRS, draw the vertical strip AB. Now, what they want to, we need to find the double integration of this area. Now, how we are going to find out it? So, for that, first I need to draw a vertical strip. So, what I'll do on which strip, that is AB. Now, so I'll draw a one strip that is AB. Okay, this is AB. Now this is my strip. This green color is what? Nothing but a strip. Now what I want to do, I'll, this strip is varies from what? Y equal to y1 to y2. And your x is supposed to be fixed, right? And what I'll do, I'll move the strip horizontally. Third step, now move the strip AB horizontally. So what? It covers the whole region. That means it covers from PS to QR. Fine. So it goes from what? X equal to A to X equal to B to cover the entire region PQRS. So this is the basically first method, which when you need to draw a vertical line. First step is what? Whatever the equations are given of curve or line, you have to draw the region. Next thing is what? You have to draw the vertical strip AB within what? This region. Now y is varies from y1 to y2 and x is fixed. Fine. You can see here x is fixed. So the double integration is integrated first with respect to y. So you can see here the double integration of fxy dx dy will be given is what? This is the inner one. Fine. So first it will be integrate with respect to y. Now what are the limits are that? Y1x, y2x, because the y will be varied from what? Y1 of x to y2 of x. So here, after that what? We are moving this vertical strip from x equal to A to x equal to B. So it will cover the entire region, right? PQRS. So again you can see again whatever the result is there of first integration, again we are going to do the integration with respect to x, and the limits are what? A to B. So this is the first method, right? Vertical strip is there. You will move your strip horizontally. So this is about this. Second method is totally the reverse of this one. That means what? Let the region R is what? PQRS, and it will be given by the curve. Which curve? This is x equal to x1 of y and x equal to x2 of y. So you can say this is my curve region xy. Now I'll draw this what? X equal to x1 y. So it will be like this something. X equal to x1 of y. Another one is x equal to x2 of y. Now two lines are there, y equal to c and y equal to d. So I'll draw this y equal to c and y equal to d. Fine. Now this is my region. This, okay, I'll. Now the second method is what? Draw the horizontal strip AB. In previous one we have drawn what? The vertical strip. Now we have to draw the horizontal strip AB. So this is my strip. Right? A point is here and here it's a B point. So what happens? This will move from what? x1 of y to x2 of y, because this is going to be what? Yes. Okay, fine. So this will be what? Along with the street AB, x is vary from x1 to x2 and your y is supposed to be fixed. So you can see here. Here we are going to do what? The integration first with respect to what? X. So whenever with respect to x, the limit will be in terms of what? Y always, right? Now, after that, we'll move the strip what? Vertically. In previous one, we are moving our strip what? Horizontally. Here we will move what? Vertically. So you will be having what? That y is varied from y equal to c to d. So you can see here y equal to c to d. So whatever the result of integration is that, we are doing again the integration of that with respect to what? Y. Clear? So there are two methods. In one, we are going for the vertical strip and second of horizontal strip, right? So either of the method you can follow. Mostly we are going to follow the vertical strip. Now, whenever the double integrations are given, so which should be applied first? That is the question, right? So if all the four limits are what? Constant. Suppose this will be 0 to 1 and 3 to 4. All the limits are constant over some region R. Okay, in that case, the function fxy can be integrated with respect to any variable first, right? Any variable first. So here what? Either you can first do integration with respect to x and then y. Otherwise, you can do what? You can do integration with respect to y first and then x. But when these limits are supposed to be constant one, there is no change in your result. Fine. Okay. Right now, don't go for the second one. Third one. If inner limit depends on the x. So just carefully listen it. If your inner limit is depends, suppose I'll keep 3 here and x here. If the inner limit depend upon the x of a function fxy, right? So that will be integrated first with respect to what? Y and then with respect to x. Fine? Or vice versa. That means if your inner limit will depend upon here y. Suppose here it may be y. So what? You have to do first with respect to x and then y. So that is always the case. What? If inner limit is depend upon whatever variable, right? You have to do the integration with respect to other than that variable. So here that means what? Always if the limits is in terms of x, that means you are going for what? With respect to y integration. So this, remember right now just two rules. If all limits are constant, no need to go for any, that means you can go in any sequence, right? Now, some properties of a double integration. So properties are what? The first one, okay, various properties of, okay, for f and g, that means two functions are given which is continuous in region R with k as a rational number. So for that, the first property is what? R. Suppose f plus g, that will be point to the one region. So what can be written? We can separate E. So it can be written as a f dx plus integration over region R of g to dy. That means you can do the addition separately. Fine. So this is the first property. Now, suppose some constant is there. Okay. K f dx. K is nothing but a constant. So that you can take outside of integration R f dx. Okay. Where K is what? Constant. So this is just a rule. If sometimes it will be given, so you can do in that way. Now, for example, the next one is what? The region R will be divided into two, R1 union R2. Okay, it will be where R1 and R2 are what? Non-overlapping region. This is the most non-overlapping region. And if you are going to do the union of that two, then it will be R. So at that time, it can be written as a integration over region R of function dx dy. So R is divided into R1 and R2. So you can do what? R1, this region R, now plus integration R2. And your function is fx dx, and here also fx dx dy, and here also f dx dy. That means do the integration for separately for two region, and then you can do the addition. Fine. So these are the some important basic required for multiple integration. Now we'll move for the example. Suppose this is given, evaluate -1 to 1, 0 to 2, 1 minus 6x square y dx dy. So first is what? In which order we are supposed to do the integration? Anyone? Either with x or either with y, or anything can we take? Just write down in a chat box. Here the limits are what? -1, 1, 0 and 2. So we can say all the yes correct one. Any we can go for what? Any sequence, either dx dy or dy dx. Fine. So because why? These four limits are what? A constant one. So first whatever order is given, we'll go in that one. First we'll go for dx, and then we'll go for the right. Yeah, limits are not depend upon any, so that, or all the limits are what? A constant one. So we can go for any sequence. So just now what? A simple integration is there. So -1 to 1. First we'll do with respect to x. So 1 minus 6x square y than dx and dy. It can be written like this. Now -1 to 1. Now this, whenever you are doing with respect to x, the other is supposed to be constant, or it will be taken as a constant. So y is a constant, right? So what is the integration of this one? Is it? See, I have not shared any screen. Right now only one screen is there. Is it visible, na, the screen? Just confirm in a, okay, fine, Priyanshi. See, it is visible. 11 number, the screen is visible, yes. What is the integration of this one? This, yes, 1 minus 6x square y. So for 1, it would be x, right? Because integration of 1 dx, that is x. Yes, x minus 6x square y. So for that, 6x square y. What is that? For that, what you are supposed to write? Okay, 2x cube y. Yes, yes, 2x cube y. Okay, so I'll write it what? How it will come? 2x cube y minus 6 x cube by 3, fine, into y constant. So as it is, and limits are 0 to 2 and dy. Okay, -1 to 1. Here you can see 3 to 6, right? 3 into 2, 6. So x minus 2x cube y 0 to 2 dy. Fine. Now -1 to 1. Now here just apply the upper and lower limit. Apply the upper and lower limit. Instead of x only put the 2, right? Instead of x put the 2. So it would be what? 2 minus. Now 2 cube. So 8. 8 into 2, 16y minus 0. Okay. 0 minus 0. So no need to write. I'll write directly dy. Okay. Fine. This is. Now again -1 to 1. Now I'll do what? The integration of 2 minus 16y with respect to dy. 2 minus 16y. Okay, we'll write down here again. 2 minus integration -1 to 1. 2 minus 16y dy. What is the answer for this? 2 minus 16y. Yes, 2 minus 16y, and with respect to y. So again it will be considered as a what? 2y minus 16y square by 2 of -1 to 1. Okay. Now what we'll do? 2y minus 8y square minus 1 to 1. So it can be again just apply the upper and lower limit 1. So it is 2 minus 8 minus again here minus 1, so minus 2. Now minus 1 square, so it is 1 into 8, so minus 8. So now you can see that 2 minus 8 plus 2 plus 8. So your answer would be what? 4. Right? Your answer is nothing but a 4. Okay, any doubt is there? Okay, 4 is the answer. Many students have written in a chat box. So 4 is your answer. Fine? Okay, yes. Now the other example is sketch the region. Now the sketch the region of the integration and also evaluate this. So you can see that you need to sketch the region also. Okay. Now here you can see the limits are given. Here the limit is what? 0 to root x. So in which order we are going to do? Because root x, so that means it will depend upon the x. So first we'll go for with respect to y and then x. But before that we need to draw the sketch also. Fine. We'll draw what? Sketch. So yes, since the inner limit, so that we are now first is what? We'll do the integration. Do integration first with respect to x, right? And then we'll do what? With respect to, then with respect to y. So this is the first thing, okay? In which order we are supposed to do the integration. Now we can say that limit of this is what? Y is varies from 0 to root x, and your x will be varies from what? 1 to 4. Okay, limits, right? Limit is what? For y equal to 0 to y equal to root x. Because this, see, simple is what? If the limit is given in terms of x, so always that is called of limit of what? Y. Because here inner limit is given in terms of x, that means it's a limit of what? Y. And other is x equal to 0 to x equal to 4. Fine. Now, third point is what? We need to find out the region. Of which region we are supposed to find out the area, right? So, the region is bounded by what? Our region is bounded by this 4 point, right? Which one? X equal to 0. Sorry, x equal to 1. Yes, not 0. Yes, yes. X equal to 1. Yeah, x equal to 1. Fine. X equal to 1. Now our region is for x equal to 1, y equal to 0, x equal to 4, and here y equal to root s, so I'll do it what? Y square equal to x. So these are the 4 points are of the region. So what I'll do now, I'll draw the region now x and y axis, right? Now you can see that this is the equation of parabola, right? Y square equal to x. So what I'll do, I'll draw the parabola for that one. So this is what? Y square equal to x. Now the others are what? Y equal to 0. So that is drawn already, y equal to 0. Now x equal to 1 and x equal to 4. So x equal to 1, that means one parallel line to y-axis. For say example here, that will be the line x equal to 1. Now x equal to 4. So somewhere around here, there will be the another line x equal to 4, right? So using this 3 which is supposed to be our region. So our region is this one, right? Our region is this is. Now we want to find out what the integration of this one. So this is just a k. Now this is what? Which point? Right? Which point is, see here it's a y square equal to x. So we can't go for that one. Okay. Here, this point, can anyone tell me what is the point of this, which can be the point here? Here, which point is supposed to be x is 4, right? And what should be y for that? If you put x equal to 4, so your y will be 2. Now, if you put here 1, 1, right? So, the points are what? 1, 1 and, right? Yes, y equal to, so our points are what? 1, 1 and 4, 2. That means x equal to 1, so my y will be 1, and x equal to 4, so my y will be 2. So the point of intersection, right? The point of intersections are, the point of intersections are 1, 1 and 4, 2. Fine. So my points are this 1, 1 and 4, 2. So now how we are going to suppose evaluate this when, right? This when. So that can be with what? 1 to 4. Again we'll go for this one, right? 1 to 4. This is the sketching of the region. Now how you are supposed to find out the integration of this one? So that is 1 to 4, 0 to root x, fine, 3 by 2 e raised to y by root x dy dx, fine, dy dx. So this is 3 by 2 is a constant one, so we'll take it out. 3 by 2, 0 to root x, e raised to y by root x, right? First we'll do by dy and then dx. So this can be written like this, fine. Now 1 to 4, this is what? E raised to x kind of thing. So what is the integration of that? E raised to y by root x upon root x, fine. Y by root x, 0 to root x dx. Now apply the limit. So what it will be their answer for this? This root x you can take what? A common out. Why? Because this will be considered as a constant, because we have done with respect to what? Dy. That means y, right? So 1, 4, limit 3 to, this is what? 1 by root x. It's what? 1 by root x, because e raised to a by x kind of thing, right? So here it will be root x. Now e raised to y by root x. So put the upper limit. So root x cancel. So e raised to 1 e minus e raised to 0. So it is 1 and dx. Fine. Clear? Now e raised to e minus 1 is also a constant one, and 3 by 2 is also a constant one. So we'll take it out. 1 to 4, right? Root x dx. So root x, that means what? 1 by 2. X raised to 1 by 2. So x raised to n. Consider it as a x raised to n. So e minus 1, x raised to 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. Okay, that we have already learned in the basic mathematics lecture, x raised to n kind of thing. Fine. Now put the value of upper and lower limit. So 3 by 2 e minus 1. Again, x raised to what? 3 by 2. So 4 raised to 3 by 2, right? 4 raised to 3 by 2 minus, this is 4 raised to, just a minute, this 2 by 3 and into 3, 2 by 3 you can take, right? So this will be cancel out. Now, this is 4 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 raised to 3 by 2. So that is as it is. So our answer will be e minus 1. Fine. 2 raised to, yes. This can be written as a what? I'll write here only 2 raised to 2 into 3 by 2. So 2 raised to 3, that means it is 8 minus 1. So we can write 7 into e minus 1. Okay, 7 into e minus 1, that is our final answer. Okay, not 8 into e minus 1, it is 7, 25 number. That is what? 7 into, because 8 minus 1, you need to consider this one. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, fine. Okay, so in this way you can solve the example. Still we are going to take another one, that is find out or evaluate this one. Evaluate this 0 to 1, 0 to under root 1 minus y square by 2. So this you can see. Our limit is, inner limit is in terms of what? Y. It will be depend upon y. So first we'll do with respect to what? Just write down into the chat box. Our inner limit is in terms of, or it depends upon the y. So, sorry, here it's a 2. So, we are going to integrate it with respect to first what? Yes, with respect to x. So, I'll write what here? Dx upon under root 1 minus x square minus y square into dy. Clear? So 0 to 1 I have done in that way. Now this is kind of thing is what? The another variable is supposed to be constant one. Fine. This 1 minus x square minus y square we are doing with respect to x. So you can see that dx upon what I'll do, the 1 minus y square is a constant one. So I'll just write down in a bracket and x square, then it's a dy. Fine. Now again 0 to 1. So this is kind of thing is what? 1 upon a square minus x square. 1 upon under root a square minus x square dx. This is kind of thing, right? So for that, the integration of this is what? Sine inverse, right? It's in form of what? Sine inverse, yes. See how do we decide x dx first or dy? So that I told you, if your inner limit 38 number, if your inner limit is depend upon the y, see here. So when this kind of thing is there, first you need to do with respect to what? Dx. In previous example, the inner limits in previous only, here it will be depend upon x. So you need to do with integration with respect to y. Fine. 38 number. You have to see for the, you have to go for the inner limit. It depends upon which one. Yes, it is what? Sine inverse x upon 1 under root 1 minus y square, the whole limit 0 to 1 minus y square by 2 dy. Fine. Now solve this. Just put the upper limit and lower limit. So we will be having what? Sine inverse 1 by root 2 minus sine inverse 0 dy. Fine. So again what? Sine inverse 1 by root 2, that is what? Sine inverse 1 by root 2, that is pi by 4. So what I'll do? I'll write that, just a minute. Yes. 0 to 1, pi by 4, sine inverse 0, that is 0 and dy. So you can see that this pi by 4 is a constant one. So I'll take it out, pi by 1, pi by 4, 0 to 1, 1 dy. So 1 dy, that means what? Integration of dy, that is only y, and limit are 0 to 1. So pi by 4, y minus 0, 1 minus 0. So it is what? Pi by 4. Answer is what? Pi by 4. So in this way you can evaluate the limit, right? The main thing is what? You need to remember, if 4 limits are constant, so you do integration with respect to anything. If inner is depend upon what? The x, then you have to go for with respect to y integration, otherwise in a normal way. Fine. So this is about what? Two methods, how we are going to integrate or how we are finding double integration, right? Now in next lecture we'll go for what? Any region, or it will be given in any form. So how to solve that or how to find out the integration of that one. Okay.